Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. Our today's topic is computer history and generation. Today we will going to discuss about the generations. There are different type of generation of computer also. Like firstly, computer come in the existence that was unique and using vacuum tubes, producing lots of heat. After that, PC with some of the new modifications, these types of computers came in the existence. After that, with the new existence, desktop comes in the existence, which we are using nowadays also. After that, laptop, and after that, tablet, after that, smartphone, which you are using nowadays a lot. Now come to the first generation. In which year first generation comes into existence? In 1946, first computer comes into existence. That was by the Charles Babbage, and name of that computer was ENIAC and UNIVAC. And the was the features of that first generation computers. These generations uses vacuum tubes. The size of that tubes are very large, and they are very big in size. They are producing lots of heat, and they are not much reliable, and their speed was also very slow. After that, in 1959, second generation computers comes into existence. What was the difference between the first generation and the second generation? Some of the new modifications are there. They are using transistors on the place of the vacuum tubes. They are using assembly language on the place of the machine language, and they also produce lots of heat, but their size is smaller as comparatively first generation computers. After that, with the some of the new modification, third generations comes into existence. See, what is the difference between the vacuum tube and a transistor? It's a vacuum tube which we are using in the first generation computer, and it's a transistor which we are using in the second generation computer. That's why the size of the second generation computers are smaller as compared to the first generation computers. And examples of the second generation computers are IBM 140 and Mark III. Now, in third generation, it starts in year 1965 with some of the new modifications in second generation computers. On the place of the transistors, they are using the integrated circuits. What are these integrated circuits? They are also known as the semiconductor chips. They are small chips like earlier vacuum tubes. They are very big in size. After that transistor, they are also, as comparatively integrated circuit, they are also big in size. And after that, some of the new features are comes in the third generation. That was, they were using the high level language, and they are, now they are very smaller in size, and we can also rely on that. They are reliable also. And examples of the third generation computers are IBM 360 and ICL 1900. After that, with the new modifications, fourth generation computers are comes into the existence. That was from the 1971. And what we are using in these generations computer, the features of these generation computers, we are using microprocessor in that. Even today we are using the desktop that are with the same technology. In that, we are using the microprocessor. They are using high level language like C++, and Java. We are using for the multi-purpose, like we are watching the movies, we are listening the songs, and rest of work, like we are nowadays we are doing the study also. Now after fourth generation, fifth generation comes into the exist. In fourth generation, two types of computers are there, and who made them? Like first, PC comes in the fourth generation. That was by IBM. And first computer come from the side of the Apple, that was Macintosh, and they come in the existence in 1981. After these, with some of the new modifications, fifth generations comes into the existence. These are based on the artificial intelligence, which nowadays we are using in our school also, na, like robots and all. What they are doing, what is the difference between the fourth generation and fifth generation computers? There, people try to do some betterment in that, so that people can put the that type of chip in the robot, so that they can also take their own decisions. They can also do the work according to the situation, like robots. Like nowadays we are seeing that fastag is there on the toll plazas. They just cut the toll automatically. sensor doors are there where person just stand in front of that door and door automatically opens. These types of features comes in the fifth generation, and these are the artificial intelligence examples. In these are the generations, and we are using fourth generation and fifth generation in present also. This much from my side, and thank you. Have a nice day.